All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for making it to our Unit 3 of our iOS course. It's our fourth week of meeting, or third week. A few of us have unfortunately been telling the tech fellows that it found this course to be a little bit overwhelming on top of the coursework that they have to do, and they unfortunately have to drop the course. And we definitely encourage you guys to reach out to help as early as you can, as often as you can, so that we can all complete this course as smoothly as smoothly as possible. Because we all want to see you guys succeed and be able to complete this course, learn the Swift iOS app development skills, and receive a certificate for the course, and at the end become a CodePath alumni, which will enable you to a lot of different benefits of being able to complete the course. So a few of us won't be able to join us anymore, but the rest of us, I'm very hopeful that you guys will be able to stick it through the end of the course. And for today's unit, this week's unit, we're going to get on the new app after the last two units where we went over the Flix app. We will be building our own version of the Twitter app, which will actually allow you to be able to post tweets on your Twitter account, which you will be able to use Xcode from the simulator. And then when you post a tweet, it will go to your actual tweet account using the Twitter API. So go to your assignment tab and then check out the walkthrough videos, and you will see everything that we're going to be using to complete this project. And remember, a few of us have completed late, and some of us are still experiencing issues because they may not have been very familiar with the submission process yet. So definitely remember to submit your assignments using the course portal and make sure that you have your GIF showing every single required stories that you have completed in order to get the points for your assignment and the work that you have done. For the Twitter part 1, the deadline is going to be midnight before the first session next week, just like every time, which is going to be next Tuesday at midnight. I believe most of you still have a couple of extensions available, but I really would encourage you guys to start on this project early, which it should be during this session, so that you can get ahead and don't have to worry about meeting the deadline later on. Since later on in the week, you might have other responsibilities and other coursework stacking on top of each other. And also remember to also use the discussions forum if you find the need to. Some people have reflected that they weren't able to get help from the TAs after they posted the questions on the Slack channel, tagging the iOS help that we discussed before. It's because this year, CodePath is starting a lot of different new sites, and the TAs are actually very overwhelmed with the amount of work that the amount of questions that students from all these sites are asking. So sometimes, unfortunately, somebody will ask for help, post a question, and may not receive help until 12 hours later. So then again, I really encourage you guys to start on the project early and get as much done as possible well before the deadline. Also, these discussions forums will be really helpful as well if you would like to try it out by posting questions on there. So a brief recap for the first session. Go to the course portal and you will see everything that we'll be doing for the Twitter assignment. And then we will be spending the next 60 minutes working through the assignment. And if you get stuck anytime, please feel free to message me or unmute and ask for help. And for today's session, we are actually going to be working in groups, and we'll try to create breakout rooms if I can figure out how that works. And you guys will be collaborating with each other within these breakout rooms. And then if you encounter any parts that's unclear, discuss with each other, and maybe you'll be able to help one another. And we're gonna be coding in pairs of two. Hopefully, this is called pair programming. And this is a very useful way of learning programming because first of all, you have two sets of eyes, two brains to think about the same issue. If you get stuck in some place, then maybe you'll be able to figure out the issue much faster. And second, it's very, very helpful to learn how to communicate with each other in terms of tech language and be able to identify pinpoints and discuss and find a solution to a problem when you're coding with another person. So during this session, if you feel comfortable, I would really encourage you to turn on your webcam so your uh, peer can see your face and actually be able to be more engaged, and we'll all be able to get through the assignment very smoothly and enjoyably, hopefully. And lastly, using the discussion forum, you can also just very conveniently search for problems that's been posted, and maybe someone has already posted a question that you were struggling with, and you'll be able to find the answer to it. All right, so we're gonna get started. And before we all go into groups, I wanna lead everybody to take a look at the overview of the app.
See your app on the App Store someday. All right, let's get started. Before we actually start building our app, I think it's important to understand exactly what we're trying to build. I said we'll be building a fully functional Twitter-like application. What we'll be building is something called a client app, or a Twitter client in this case. So we'll be building an application on our iOS device, iPhone or iPad, that has the ability to connect remotely to the Twitter servers, and get whatever information we need to show to our users. So we'll be doing this through something called an API. An API is a term that you'll hear a lot when it comes to software development. Um, and an API is basically a bunch of services and a bunch of resources that a tech company makes available for people like you and people like me to use in our own applications. So Twitter has an API, Facebook has an API, YouTube has an API, Instagram has an API, Snapchat has an API, and in this case, we'll be using the Twitter API. We'll be talking to Twitter through their API to say who we are so that Twitter knows what information we have access to, or which information we are authorized to use. And then the Twitter servers will respond through the API with whatever information we ask for. For example, if I could say, hey, Twitter, give me the latest 20 tweets, for example, from the people I'm following. And then Twitter will make sure that I have the right to see that information, and then will send me that information back. And then in my app, I get to decide what I want to do with it. In the second half with Monica, you'll also learn how to talk back to the API, how to do post requests. So we'll be getting data, and then in the second half, you'll be posting data. And you need to post data or to talk back to the API, or pushing information back to the API when it comes to, for example, posting your own tweets or interacting with tweets, like liking and replying, and favoriting, because all that information needs to be stored in the servers, right? So that if other people were to pull that information, they would be able to see your tweet as well. So that's what we'll be doing here. So let me show you the actual application to give you an idea on what we'll have at the end of this first half of this module. So at the end of this half of this module, you'll have a fully built app here. Right now, I've called my app Twitter, but you can call it anything you want. We'll learn how to actually set a logo or an app icon. We'll be able to tap on it and open the app. We'll have a launch screen here, which could be anything. I just chose to have just a bigger Twitter logo. And then we'll have a login button that allows us to log in, basically. And this is the part where we're telling Twitter basically who we are, so that it knows we have we have the right to access whatever information we are asking for. Um, Make sure, by the way, that you have a Twitter account that you can use for this, because it's going to ask you to log in. If you don't have a Twitter account, just go ahead and create one for testing and follow a couple of people here and there. That way, when you test the app, you don't just get an empty page. you actually get a few tweets. So I'm going to click on authorize to log in, and then open, and then this is the result of my request to the Twitter API. So the API here has sent me the latest 20 tweets, for example, from the people I'm following. So I'm following the New York Times, Mashable, and TechCrunch, and this is the information I get to now display on the screen. So I said we're getting 20 tweets. We'll actually be implementing a bunch of features on top of that. So we'll have something called pull to refresh, which is basically a feature that allows us to kind of refresh the list of tweets. If anything got posted since last time we pulled this tweet, that new tweet would also show up, for example. We'll also implement something called infinite scroll. Even though we are getting only 20 tweets, we'll build a features that allows the user to just scroll down and get more and more information as they're scrolling down. So we're actually never limited to the 20 tweets that we get originally. And then finally, we'll be doing some things around user session. For example, if they were to just close the app without logging out, next time they open the app will remember that they were logged in and won't ask them to log in a second time. And of course, if I were to log out and then close the app, then next time I open the app will actually ask me to identify myself. So these are the things we'll be building here. We'll start pretty easy with how to set up the icon on your app app icon here, and then how to set up the launch screen. And then we'll go from there into building more and more features.
All right. So I'm going to open the breakout rooms in just a minute, and then again, if you feel comfortable, please turn on your camera so that you and your peer can look at each other. And once you enter the breakout rooms, you will be both working on the assignments, and then feel free to always discuss at any point what you're working on. And if you have any questions that you cannot figure out while discussing with each other, I believe you can let me know, and then I'll be able to come to your breakout room and take a look at the issue. All right, the breakout rooms are now open. Please enter the breakout rooms and then start working on the assignment by going to the assignment tab. Hey, Ayo, how's it going?
Good. Hi.
Good. The person assigned to the same breakout room as you, it seems like they may have stepped away. So would you like to join the breakout room with another group?
No, it's okay. Since I'm going to be leaving soon, I don't want to like go in and then have to come back.
He's here now. Okay, no problem. All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Hey, Gato, how's it going?
What's up, bro?
Hey, man. Do you know what happened with Tony? He just left the room and he's not speaking.
He just left. He just left. We didn't talk anything, and he just left suddenly. I don't know.
Oh, I can.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. He's supposed to be in this room.
Yeah, he came once and he just left after that. We didn't talk anything yet.
Okay, something may have happened. I don't know. You can just go ahead and work on.
Keep working. Thank you.
Yeah. Unless you want to join another group so you can participate.
Okay, so should I leave this group first?
I'm gonna move you to another room.
Okay.
Oh, Tony, he just came back. So maybe he has some issue. Do you wanna try again with Tony? I just moved him to this room. He's gonna join in a minute.
Yeah, whoever. Yes.
All right. Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, did something happen?
Yeah, I think the mic, I mean the voice of my Zoom wasn't correct, the volume stuff.
Okay, no problem. And if you guys want, you can have one of you guys well, share screen if you can't. And I'm not sure if you can share screen, but look at the video so that you both can like work on the same pace and support each other instead of one of you falling off. So
Yeah.
just try if you would like.
Yeah, actually, I'm not on a Macintosh system, so.
Oh, okay, no problem. Then Nagato, do you want to join another group so that you can work with other people?
Oh yeah, maybe no, whatever, whichever. Yeah, I can join.
You want to join another group?
Yeah.
All right. Give me just 1 minute.
Sure.
I don't know, like they
Hey guys, how's
always.
it going?
It's what?
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Nagato, his peer is not on a Mac computer right now, so he was wondering if he can join you guys.
Yeah.
I would like him to join you guys so that
Yeah,
so
sure.
you guys can work together. All right, awesome.
Yeah, I'm still working on my unit 1.
No problem.
I just yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, I finished my unit 3, but I was still working on it. I mean, I changed some stuff that's not part of the assignment, so
You can
that
resubmit.
doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, you can resubmit, and if you complete any bonus
I
goals,
just added an extra file. I was trying something.
an extra file. Is it
Yeah.
part of the goals?
No, it's not.
No? Okay, no problem. If it's just like on your own, that's
Yeah.
not required, then you don't have to worry about it.
So I can just keep it there, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Did you push it to
Okay.
GitHub?
Yeah.
You did? I believe they will grade your assignment based on the GIF that you recorded. So if your GIF
Okay,
shows
yeah.
all the required stories, then you'll be good.
It does. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for turning on the camera. That helps a lot. We really like to see that everybody's engaged and invested in the course. So I really appreciate that. And then if you guys want, I would love if one of you could share screen. If you can't, I'm not sure if you are allowed to share screen. I might have to make a co-host. Right? If you can share screen, just one of you, and then all of you can work on it together and kind of facilitate a little bit more of communication and collaboration. That would be really awesome.
Yes, I have a question. Do you need like to have done a unit 2 to start on unit 3 or no?
No, you don't have to have done unit 2 to start on unit 3. Unit 1 and 2 are like together, but unit 3 is a new project.
The Twitter
So,
one.
yeah, I still think it's in your best interest to complete unit 1 and 2, which you won't be able to get points for unit 1, but you can still save your unit 2 up to like 4 points. So you want to have that, and then maybe later on in the weekends, you can try to start on unit 3 as long as you're able to handle it.
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna go check on the other rooms. If you have any questions, I believe you can message me or let me know.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Nagato.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Actually, good.
Good? Is everything okay, John?
I mean, for us, I don't know. The other guy say he's working on something else.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Sorry, I was muted.
Sorry?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was just muted.
Oh yeah. Are you guys both on the Mac right now?
Yeah, I'm on back.
Yeah, that's awesome because some of us are not. So I had to move them around in the rooms. One thing I forgot to say, I think I would really appreciate if you guys could turn on your camera so you guys can talk to each other, but that's minor. If you don't want to, that's fine. But also, I would love if one of you could share screen. I'm not sure if you're allowed to. I may have to make a co-host or something. But if one of you can share screen and for the two of you to look at the video together while working, it'll be able to facilitate a lot of collaboration, which is what we want to see for this session. So if you guys could do that, I would really appreciate it. But if you feel more comfortable working on your own, in your own pace, and then maybe ask each other questions if anything comes up. Then that'll also be fine.
Sweet.
All right. If there's no other questions, I'm gonna go check on the other rooms.
I don't think there's any questions.
All right.
Wait, I might just.
What happened?
No, I was like looking at which file. Okay, so there. Should I say share my screen and maybe like I'll.
Okay. Yeah.
Much stuff open. So I'm like looking at this.
Yeah.
So basically like this is how far I've gone in unit 1. And I think.
Wait, so let me open my code. That's it. No, wait, select the subclass first.
Subclass? Oh.
Yeah, under that. Table view cell. And then movie table view cell or movie cell, whatever.
Hey, Dwayne.
Oh, hi. Sorry about that. I was looking at the video on CodePath.
Yeah, no problem. So Aomi left, and would you like to join another group so you could discuss with someone else if you want?
Sure. That's good. All right.
All right.
So should I leave the room and then you assign me to another room or something?
I'm gonna send you to another room in just a second.
Okay.
Hey, Tony. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so you don't have a MacBook, right?
I mean, I'm not on MacBook right now.
Oh, you're not on your MacBook.
Yeah, I have a MacBook, but I'm not on it right now.
Is it because you're outside?
I'm in the library.
Or you're in the library? Why don't you go ahead and use one of the Mac computers so that you can work on it?
I'm actually okay.
Yeah, unless you have to be working on something else right now.
Yes, because I'm in the library, you know.
Yeah, I believe if you go to any of the Mac computers, you can open Xcode, launch Xcode, and start working on the assignment. Since it's a good time to ask.
Are they updated? I mean, are they?
Yeah, it's updated.
On today's.
Yeah, every computer is updated. I have tested it myself.
So do I have to stay in the Zoom session?
You could rejoin the Zoom session once you get on the Mac computer, so that you can work on it and ask questions if you have any problems.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in your best interest, since everybody is working on it right now, and you can just use this time instead of waiting until later and get ahead on your homework.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
The third. Hey, Eric. Yeah, I was working on it, and like Aryan tried to help me, but it's okay. I'll share my screen again. It's so it's this part where like you go to the movie cell. Also, let me remove this.
Okay, how about I move you to a different breakout room and we can both look at it, and then Everyone
Yeah.
can, everyone and Nagato, they can work on the Twitter app.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, give me just 1 minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Sorry?
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, great. All right, what is the issue?
Okay, let me share my screen.
Mhm.
Here it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, let me move this first. Yeah, so under so it was like the one from here where he says to go to automatic and select the movie cell Swift. And so I go to movie cell and then it just shows like the movie suite.
Yeah, that happens a lot. And honestly, when I was working on it, I have never been able to get it to work. And honestly, it wasn't an issue to me. You could just use the left panel and open each file and then put them side by side so that you can connect the outlets and or look at the main storyboard while you're looking at the code. So maybe you could just do it like that, and you don't have to spend so much time on trying to get it to work.
Okay, so what can I do? I can just like connect it from here, like.
Yeah, so you're trying to connect the outlet, the items to the code using outlets, right?
Yeah, like this thing. Yeah.
Okay, is that the movie cell file that you're looking at?
Oh, I'm looking at this thing. Movies.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to create 3 outlets. One for the title label.
Right. So look at the file name of what he's on right now. It's on the, the top right there. He's looking at movie cell.swift. So you want to be looking at that as well on your Xcode?
Okay. Movie cell.swift.
Yeah. If you haven't created that file, you want to go back to where he did it. Oh yeah, right there. Movie cell. Is it a Swift file? Movie cell.swift. Seems right. Make sure it looks the same as what he did, and if it's not, go back to the video and see how he did it.
Okay, because like I just created another file, like yeah, just named it movie cell.
Okay, that seems right. So yeah, that seems right. So go back to your Xcode and try to put the main storyboard and the Swift file side by side. You can, if you look on top, you can see the plus sign right there. Not the plus sign, but the one underneath. There's a, yep, you can click on that and you'll be able to look at 2 files at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
So on the left, you should look at the main storyboard, or the right, both works. I prefer to have the main storyboard on the left. You can move them around, but if whatever works for you, works for you.
Storyboard, and I'll come to this.
You can move the movie cell to the right side.
What is this? Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's an extra. Yep, now that's the main storyboard. That's good right there. You can move the movie cell file to the right side.
Movie cell to the, okay, so I'll go to this.
Oh, on the left side. Yeah, you already have it open on the left of the screen. Yeah. Okay, now go back to main storyboard. There you go. And here's what you can do. If you see on the very, very top left corner, there's an icon right there, very, very top left, the top left corner. No, not there. Yeah, that. If you click that, it gives you a little bit more room.
This one?
Yep. There you go.
Oh.
And you can also do the same on the right side. There you go.
Okay.
Now you can go back to the video and create the outlets.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I've been like working on this like 4 hours, and I don't know why every time I work on it, it always takes me like a lot of time to do everything like in general, and I'm just like, so, yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't take it that long. Maybe you just got too hung up on a few minor issues like the automatic thing that well we talked about.
Yeah, like
But
yesterday I was working on it, and then okay, yeah, I feel like I don't know what it is with me, but in general, as well as I'm like I notice it, and I'm like I always, yeah, it just takes.
yeah, sometimes you might just overcomplicate things. I do that too.
Yeah.
Even when things are not that complicated, you can just kind of breeze through it. So what I suggest you is that you can meet with a friend and work on it together. Like Ayo, she's also in the course, and she had to leave early, so she probably couldn't get very far with the assignment. So maybe you could reach out to her and ask her if she wants to work together. Maybe anywhere or in the library that you both can use a computer, and then you sure will be able to get through the assignment much easier.
Yeah, that would be, I think, yeah, that'll be good. Because yeah, Min also like told me like for like John, he like took 1 hour on like this the first unit, and I'm like, how? Like when I was doing it, I'm like, well, I'm taking 4 hours already. But I was like, I need to like literally increase my speed. I don't know why, but it's just
Yeah, it's not meant to take you very long. A lot of people are worried about a time commitment, and I keep trying to tell them it's not going to be very long as long as you reach out to help and work with someone that can resolve your issues. Otherwise, if you get hung up on the minor issues, it could take you any amount of time. So
yeah,
it's
that's
best to
what
work with someone. That's also
yeah.
another reason why I wanted to facilitate everybody to work in groups.
Yes, I think yeah, that's a good idea. I'll reach out to like I'll ask Io, and then I'll
Mhm.
ask like if anyone else like there, because like people are busy, and like sometimes time don't match up, like some like a lot of times like Io can be doing something, I can be doing something else, or like yeah, like so I think it'll be nice if there's a group of people, and like I think today like it was a good idea to like integrate.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, I really appreciate the feedbacks. And also at the end of the session, we're gonna put out feedback in the session feedback forms. So I would really appreciate it if you could fill that out and also say how
Yeah.
you feel about what we're doing today.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm gonna go check on the other breakout rooms, and then you can try to work on the assignment, and then I'll come back with you to make sure if you have any problems, you can ask me right away,
okay.
and I'll be back in just a second.
Okay, I'll just stop my share, and like yeah, I'll work on it, and
All right,
if yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome. How's it going, guys?
It's good.
It's
I-
good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Didn't mean to interrupt you guys, since I know you guys are watching the videos and trying to figure out problems, but there's also another thing. We do have an end of section feedback forms for every session, and I would really want to encourage you guys to fill out these forms to let us know how we can improve the course. So starting from this week, we will be using these forms to record attendance for our weekly meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so before everybody leave, I will gather everybody back to the main room so that I will put out the session form and the session forms, and you guys can fill it out.
Right. Sure.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. How's it going, guys?
Dude, is that a good? Oh, yeah. Who is the farm?
Sorry.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys a lot because I know you guys are watching the videos and trying to work through problems. But there's one thing I forgot to tell you guys. Starting from this session, we're gonna be using the end of session feedback forms to gather the feedbacks from you guys. And also, we really want to encourage you guys to let us know how you feel about our courses and how we can improve them. So starting from this week, we're actually going to use these feedback forms to record attendance for you guys. So before you guys leave, around 15-20 minutes before the end of the session, I'm gonna gather all of you guys back to the main session, and then I will put out the feedback form so you guys can fill it out and let us know how you feel about today's session.
All right.
Thank you. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm like connecting the things on.
Awesome. Hey Tony, how's it going?
Hey.
Have you started on the assignment?
Yeah, I'm just getting started with it. It's kind of, I don't think, so when I was doing unit 1 and 2, I had a few questions. I have a few problems, but I was able to deal with it. And by looking at the questions that people were posing on the iOS help part, I was able to fix all the questions by myself. But
Very good.
Yeah, but there are really some questions that because of the video, the program he's using there is not actually up to date as ours. So some components is not the same. For example, do you remember when we're trying to add the grid view? Yeah. Right. And the guy in the video, he just add the image view inside the component view, or what was that? He just dragged the image view into that and
Collection view.
Collection view, yes, into the collection view. And for our version, there's a component view under the collection view, and then it's our image view. So he was control drag the image view into the file and creating something there. And I was kind of confused. I don't know which one I should draw. So yeah, that becomes one of my main problems. So maybe that's some point that you can improve, I guess.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know. That's a really good point because the videos that they were using and sometimes it's the same content. So they will reuse the unit for different cohorts, like different semesters, but there may have been the minor updates to Xcode that enables you to do different things.
Yeah.
So even though there are upgrades to these things, they do make sure that these things all work properly, or you might have different workarounds. So if you have these issues that maybe your user interface of Xcode looks different than theirs, or you have different options than theirs, you can also post questions in the Slack channel and ask TAs how to solve it, and then they will definitely know what to do. Yeah. So also it's a good thing to reach out for help as early as possible to avoid wasting time getting hung up on just really minor issues.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Thank you. And did I tell you about the feedback forms? Did I tell you about the feedback form?
The feedback form on the unit.
Yeah, starting from this unit, we are gonna use the feedback forms every session.
Right. I thought it was the survey session. Oh, it's called session survey.
Yeah. We're gonna be using these surveys to record the attendance for all of you guys for the weekly lectures, just so that we can get as much feedback as we can for our course and see if there's anything that we can improve.
Oh.
So really appreciate that. And in just about 10-15 minutes, we're gonna get everyone back to the main room, and then we'll make a few just final announcements and put out a form for everybody to fill out.
Oh, you mean there's a form later?
Yeah, the same form, the survey.
So it's not the session survey. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. I just put the end of session feedback form in the chat, and you can fill it out right now. And then once you finish filling that out, you'll be able to leave. Oh, sorry. We also have a few wrap-up reminders. So before we go ahead and fill out the form, just pay attention for just 1 second. For the next session, we will hopefully still be working on the assignments so that we can help everybody get ahead on their assignments early on and finish the assignments early on as well, so that you will be able to have time to deal with any technical issues. Again, the assignment is still next Tuesday by midnight. Finish it early on so you don't have to use up your assignment extensions. Get started early. And if you have any problems, use the discussion forum, or the Slack channel, or email me or any of the tech fellows for help. All right, and I believe that should be all. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, or now you can go ahead and finish filling out the feedback forms, and really appreciate the feedbacks. We really want to try to improve the course for you guys to have the best experience and be able to get the most out of these courses. If there's any problems, fill out the form, and then we will see you next session.
Thank you, Eric. Just fill the form.
Thank you.
And I'm going to work on the lab.
No problem. See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.